exclusively to our channel. Sports Minister Vijay Goel has clearly spelled out India's stand. No cricket ties with Pakistan until the country puts an end to terror. Listen in to this exclusive.
We have Union Sports Minister Vijay Goel joining us. So the PCB as well as the BCCI will be meeting in Dubai to have talks about the future of cricket.
ये लोग क्यों मिल रहे हैं पाकिस्तान के साथ खेलने के लिए मुझे नहीं मालूम है, किंतु इतना बड़ा स्पष्ट है, द्विपक्षीय खेल कोई भी हो पाकिस्तान के साथ हम नहीं खेलेंगे, क्योंकि पाकिस्तान आतंकवाद के साथ खेल रहा है। या तो पाकिस्तान आतंकवाद के साथ खेल ले या क्रिकेट खेल लेंगे, और क्रॉस बॉर्डर टेररिज्म को बढ़ावा दे रहा है, जम्मू कश्मीर के यूथ को उकसा रहा है। तो ऐसे के अंदर भारत के लिए बायलैटरल पाकिस्तान के साथ खेलना बहुत ना के बराबर है।
So also many of the opinion are of the opinion that cricket and politics should be kept aside and they shouldn't be intermingled.
देखिए, हर चीज की एक सीमा होती है। पाकिस्तान पहले भी तो हम खेलते थे, छुटपुट घटनाएं कभी होती थी, पर पाकिस्तान अगर आतंकवाद को इसी तरह से बढ़ावा देगा जाके और फिर ये समझेगा कि हम खेल और राजनीति को अलग अलग करें, तो ऐसा होता नहीं है। जब दो देशों के संबंध अच्छे नहीं रहते हैं, ऐसे में देश की जनता बिल्कुल नहीं पसंद करती। और ये जो क्रिकेट फैंस हैं, इनको भी मालूम है कि पहले देश की सुरक्षा है, पहले देश का जवान है, पहले हमारी देश का सम्मान है, उसके बाद क्रिकेट का खेल है।
Also, what about a cricket fan in the country? Like, so does this mean that they wouldn't get to see India play with Pakistan?
ने बहुत मैच देखे हैं, 2 मैच नहीं देखेंगे तो कुछ फर्क नहीं पड़ता है उनको। जी, क्रिकेट फैन से ही मैंने पूछा था, उन्होंने कहा पहले देश की सुरक्षा, देश का सम्मान है।
So will the government be reaching out to the BCCI to convey this message?
हमें रीच आउट करने की जरूरत नहीं है। BCCI के पास कोई प्रपोजल होगी तो सरकार उस समय देखेगी।
So no matter what decision the BCCI takes, the government will override it.
नहीं, मुझे लगता यही है कि कोई भी बायलैटरल गेम्स, द्विपक्षीय जो खेल हैं, वो अभी संभव नहीं है।
Well, that was Vijay Goel speaking to NewsX, saying that cricket and talks cannot take place simultaneously. With video journalist Ajay, this is Vanna Sebastian Bawa for NewsX in New Delhi.
Well, in fact, senior editor Sanjeev Mukherjee is joining us with further details. Sanjeev, that's a strong stand being spelled out by the Union Sports Minister exclusively on NewsX. Cricket and terror cannot go hand in hand.
Well, certainly that's the mood of the as far as India is concerned with whatever's happening at the border. It's a no-brainer that cricket and terror cannot go hand in hand. But first and foremost, what is the sports minister's locus standi as far as this issue is concerned? Because the BCCI, and as far as cricket is concerned, it doesn't come under the aegis of the sports ministry. That's number one. Number two, this has been going on, this back and forth thing has been going on for a fair bit of time. You've seen all the franchises in the IPL. They never get Pakistani players in the auction, in spite of the fact that they've not really gone ahead and asked the government directly whether we have permission to host Pakistani cricketers in the IPL. So the organization, the administrators are doing their bit. But as far as the government is concerned, I think it's time now for the Indian government to perhaps put it on record that India will not be able to host Pakistan or get involved in bilateral cricket ties. But having said that, the problem with this issue is that once India does put it on record officially that, listen, we will not be having any bilateral cricketing relations with Pakistan, that will mean it sort of an international isolation also. Because on one hand, we are not playing them bilaterally, but come this Sunday, India is going to play Pakistan and England in the Champions Trophy. Although that's an international tournament, you're bound by certain obligations of the ICC. So it is a sort of a problem area as far as Indian cricket is concerned. But as far as the mood of the nation right now is concerned, I don't think, honestly, there are many takers, or rather any takers, for any India-Pakistan cricket.
Indeed, Sanjeev, stay with us. We're getting a breaking reaction coming in right now. Let's play it out.
No, who's made a statement?
Mr. Vijay Goel, sir.
Huh.
Sports Minister, he said terror and cricket can't go together.
Look, the government policy has to take precedence, and previously also the government of India took a decision that we should not play the Davis Cup final with South Africa, and India forfeited that match. So it's a policy decision of the government. I think it's the correct one.
So do you think this is the right time? Because on the one hand, the sports ministry is saying that terror and cricket can't go together, but BCCI having a meeting with PCB officials in Dubai. But
having a meeting doesn't mean anything wrong in BCCI meeting. There's nothing wrong. They're having a meeting. They are not agreeing to it. That's one thing. And secondly, after all, India is also playing Pakistan in the ICC Champions Trophy. So I don't think there's anything wrong in that.
So this meeting is only about the bilateral series between India and Pakistan.
Yeah, but BCCI has always said it is bound by the government's decision. So that's fine. I think there's nothing wrong in that.
Thank you.
The sports minister is entitled to have an opinion, and this is an issue that has been discussed in the past. But if they take such a position, they must stick to it. They just shouldn't play games. That one day you do it, one day you don't.
देखिए, इसमें हमारी विजय गोयल जी से हमारी भी बात हुई है. बड़ा स्पष्ट है इसमें कि जो अंतर्राष्ट्रीय कमिटमेंट है, जो आईसीसी के टूर्नामेंट है, उनमें हम खेलते हैं उनके साथ, पाकिस्तान के साथ. जो द्विपक्षीय टूर्नामेंट है, बायलैटरल टूर्नामेंट है, जो आपस में हम खेलते हैं, वो अभी हम नहीं खेल रहे हैं. उसमें हमारा एकदम स्पष्ट कहना है कि जब तक हमें सरकार नहीं कहेगी, सरकार की जब तक अनुमति नहीं होगी, हम वो नहीं खेलेंगे.
In fact, we're opening our phone lines also at this point. Our viewers can call in and have your say on this story. We're going to be putting out our phone numbers as well on your screens. Whatever be your opinion, you can call in. We're taking your calls live this afternoon on this big focus. Sanjeev Mukherjee is still live with us. Sanjeev, you know, this statement from the sports minister comes just ahead of that BCCI PCB meet in Dubai. PCB, of course, very keen to have a bilateral series as soon as possible, even threatening of legal action.
For once we need to really look at what exactly the Pakistan Cricket Board wants. While, there is a fair bit of sentiment with regards to whether India should play Pakistan or not. But it's time that the PCB, the Pakistan Cricket Board's bluff, needs to be caught out. The PCB, the real issue, what they want is India to stand by its so-called commitment of a Memorandum of Understanding of having promised a certain number of bilateral cricket series. And you know what? This is the real reason. Pakistan cricket is in doldrums. No international team has been visiting Pakistan ever since terrorists attacked and shot a Sri Lankan team, which was right outside the Gaddafi Stadium in Lahore way back in 2009. After that, not a single international team has visited Pakistan. They play their so-called home series in Dubai and Abu Dhabi. And that's the reason they look at an opportunity like playing India or rather hosting India, because that will mean the coffers will be full as far as India is concerned. They'll make immense amount of money as far as the broadcast deals are concerned and the interest of an India-Pakistan series is concerned. Cricket is not the real issue. If you ask me, is PCB really interested in playing cricket? I don't think so. The fact is that they want India on the table. They want bilateral cricket with India because they know if one series with India will certainly revive the monetary position of PCB, which is actually not doing very, very well. Well, that is a point well taken, but the fact is that the PCB has been trying to blackmail the BCCI for a fair bit of time, saying we'll drag you to the court if you do not play with us. I don't think in the particular situation we are as of now, even the ICC will want to interfere as far as bilateral cricketing relations between India and Pakistan are concerned. However, the international commitments make sure, or rather ensure, that India gets to play Pakistan in the Champions Trophy, and there's no problem with that. The BCCI doesn't have a problem. The government, I'm sorry to say, but the government should not have a problem with that too. However, if you take the international cricket away, as far as bilateral cricketing ties are concerned, as of now, there seems to be no solution in sight. And let me just reiterate yet again, it's not just cricket that Pakistan wants to play. The Pakistan Cricket Board is after the BCCI's money. They know they host one series against India or maybe get a couple of games against India, and they make enough money to carry on for the next 6 months. And that's the hard reality which not many people are aware of.
Okay, well, stay with us, Sanjeev. In fact, we're also now being joined by viewers on the broadcast. It is a call-in show. Sunil is calling in from Delhi. Sunil, go ahead.
You see, we should not play cricket with Pakistan. They are killing our Jawans every day. and we are all talking of playing with them. They are all rogues. And they are talking, if you listen to them, they always talk India is bad. We should not play cricket with them. We should not look to them.
Okay. Thanks, Sunil. Thanks for sharing your opinion on NewsX this afternoon. Thanks for calling in. CP Bali, our next viewer, joins us from Gurgaon. CP Bali, go ahead.
We should not play, you see, with Pakistan at any cost. Even at the international level, we should teach a lesson to the other countries as well that they should also discourage this with terrorists. Because there we are playing with them, and here we are losing our jawans. What is this going on? Okay. Not at any cost. Not at any cost. Okay. If whether it is international or other thing, whatever may be.
All right. Thanks, Mr. Bali, for joining us with your opinion on the broadcast. Other viewers too can continue to call in. Our numbers are flashing there on your screens. Whatever be your thoughts, your opinions. Do you feel a series is needed? Do you feel India must not play at any cost with Pakistan in a bilateral series? Whatever be your thoughts, share them on NewsX this afternoon. More reactions, meanwhile, coming in.
मैं एक चीज़ कहूं कि भारत ने हमेशा ही पहल की है कि हम अच्छी चीज़ उनको हम रखें उनके सामने कि ये चीज़ें ठीक हो जाएं और मैं मानता हूं कि बड़ा अच्छा ये मैसेज हमारे देश तो हमेशा ही सपोर्ट करता है हर चीज़ को लेकर और खेल एक ऐसा जरिया है खेल के माध्यम से आप हर चीज़ ओके कर सकते हो.
Our next viewer is joining us from New Delhi. Gaurav is calling in. Go ahead, Gaurav.
Yeah, I just want to say that your news channel is the most biased and the worst news channel we have seen. You are always running on Pakistan bashing, and your whole channel is.
But what are your thoughts? What are your thoughts on this story?
My thoughts are rapes are happening everywhere in India. People are getting.
No. I'm asking, what are your thoughts on this story? Do you feel a series should happen with Pakistan or not? You can give your opinion later.
My thought is that you should stop this news Pakistan bashing and concentrate on other things.
Okay, so you obviously don't have an opinion on the story. I guess you're not educated enough to read that we are only asking for your opinion on this story and not your opinion on world affairs or whatever else. Thanks for calling in all the same. Meanwhile, we have Raghav now joining us from Bengaluru. Raghav, go ahead.
Any international relationship should be based on embargo and sanctions. The government of India should come with embargo and sanctions against Pakistan. If we put an embargo against them, we will not play against them in the Champions League trophy too. Whatever the consequences, come what may, we have enough clout in the ICC. The world will support us just like we supported them in the apartheid issue. I don't really see why the government of India can't take a stand on this, not just on cricket, not just on sports, on any cultural and economic ties. There should be no ties with Pakistan.
Okay, no ties with Pakistan. That's what Raghav feels, calling in there from Bengaluru. Well, our other viewers too can continue to call in. Our numbers are flashing there on your screens. Whatever be your thoughts on this story, you can go ahead and share them with us. Okay, let's get in more reactions meanwhile, which are coming in on this story.
One thing is that sports is above all this, but the other thing is that we have to look our nation's emotion also. So I'm not sure whether we have to go either here or either there. So I think we have to go according to our nation's emotion.
Our next viewer is joining us from Chennai. Raghunathan is calling in on this story. Raghunathan, go ahead. What are your thoughts?
Yeah, good afternoon. See, I'm much pained to see the coverage. We have been wasting too much of time on this. What I would say is that Minister for Sports is very clear about his stand. And this BCCI fellow is rushing up to the meeting for this meeting at Dubai. In fact, the government should have, these people should have taken the permission. And even in the last minute, they can send a wire stating that we are not interested in participating in the meeting. Does it require this much of coverage? I think we are making heroes of these bloody BCCI. All these people should be banned.
Okay, so you disagree with the BCCI stand clearly on this story and this exercise. Thank you, Raghunathan, for calling in there from Chennai. Other viewers too can continue to call on those numbers flashing on your screens with their thoughts on this big focus story. Meanwhile, more reactions coming in.
ये बीसीसीआई का हैरिक है कि क्या करना चाहिए क्या नहीं और खिलाड़ियों को सोचना है खेलना चाहिए कि नहीं खेलना चाहिए जो आप पूछना चाह रहे हो लेकिन मैं तो यही सोचूंगा और यही चाहूंगा अगर पाकिस्तान के साथ हिंदुस्तान खेलता है तो हिंदुस्तान को जीतना चाहिए बस.
We have our next viewer joining us now from Hyderabad. Mohan is calling in. Mohan, go ahead.
Namaste.
Ji, namaste, Mohan.
I am an absolute fan of cricket, but playing with Pakistan at this juncture, where our soldiers are fighting in the Kashmir Valley, is absolutely wrong. I don't accept it. Whatever is the compelling reason, the Board of Cricket has to consider the national interest first.
Okay, so
Thank
national
you.
interest comes first, cricket comes later, says Ram Mohan there from Hyderabad. Thank you for joining us, sir. Prabhakar, our next viewer, is joining us from Mumbai. Prabhakar, go ahead. What are your thoughts?
Thanks for taking my call. I feel that sports is a soft corner, and I believe that India as a country and government should take more firm measures in dealing with Pakistan. Playing cricket or not playing cricket is not going to make very big difference on how Pakistan behaves with our country, and it's for the government of the day to take other measures so that sports is not affected. Thanks for taking my call.
All right. Thanks, Prabhakar, for joining us with your opinion there from Mumbai. Okay, the viewers too can continue to call in. Meanwhile, we are getting more reactions which are coming in on this story.
And every time looking for monetary gains under the guise of playing sports. Very many hints have been given to them, loud and clear, but those hints notwithstanding, BCCI still continues to talk of having a cricket series match with Pakistan in a neutral place like Dubai. Now they've been categorically warned that while terror is on from Pakistani side, there can be no cricketing or sports relationship with that country.
So government oppose a bilateral series with Pak.
Obviously, what BCCI was trying was not a multilateral or that like the international championship trophy. Our first match on the 4th of June is with Pakistan. That's part of our global competition.
Sunil, our next viewer, is joining us now from Vadodara. Sunil, go ahead. What is your opinion?
Yeah, my point is, why doesn't the BCCI get its act together? I mean, before we go for the tournament organizers should know that we should not be playing Pakistan in the first place, and this should be communicated pretty early before the tournament starts. I mean, before getting to England, and then you inform everybody that, well, we shouldn't be playing Pakistan because of terror. Shouldn't we be more organized?
Okay. Well, actually, Sunil, this is not to do with that Champions Trophy match, but it's on a future bilateral series and the possibility of that. But yes, you're right. There is, of course, a lot of opinion on this Champions Trophy game in particular as well. Thanks, Sunil, for calling in from Vadodara there. We have our next viewer joining us from Kolkata. Sanjay is calling in, if I'm not mistaken. Sanjay, go ahead.
Not only we should stop playing bilateral series with them, we should not play in any sports. The way they are mistreating our soldiers, our players, we should stop playing in all levels of sports with them, except the ICC commitments we have to make.
Okay, so all sporting ties should be cut off with Pakistan, says Sanjay there. Thanks for calling in from Kolkata. So obviously, big response to this story. The entire country has a lot of opinions on this story, and thanks to all our viewers, a number of them who called in. Our phone lines are still buzzing, in fact, I'm being told. Thanks to all of you for calling in with your thoughts on this story. Let's move on.